What big legends did they just reveal? Who'd they show off? Team Affinity's back. Yeah, fucking right. Oh god, it's true! they brought it back. Mic drop, I like that. Alright. So chat, how did we feel about the premiere there? Do you guys still have any concerns about what they were talking about with the sets and seasons? Personally, I think it's a good thing. Again, it is completely normal until we get to the 4-month mark to where set 1 is now excluded. So it's only going to cause you to use new cards and be more invested into what's happening week by week. New content that's coming out. At the same time, people's fears, you know, the boogeyman, that we weren't going to get any cards that weren't 99s. That's not going to happen. That just is not going to occur. There's 99s they mentioned in Ranked. There's 99s in BR, in programs. But that is not the normal right now. Grind 99, I think they're going to have you with sweat streaks in your chair. You're going to have to really grind this if you want to get those big boy rewards.
If you want to get them early, I should preface.
Yes, theoretically. Could you exclude all social contact? Quit your job? Mountain Dew bottles full of piss? Yes, if to achieve your one goal of getting 99s day one, yes. But I do not think that's the wide majority. You know, you're going to have 99s. We already had 99s day one. You know, we got that with the Live Series collection. This is kind of the layout, the landscape of how things are going to work. The first season is going to last until May 12th. So the game on early access comes out the 24th. That is, you know, quite a while. That's what, the first 6 weeks, I think. And then season 2 is going to come in, last until the first week of July. It's not until July 7th that we're actually going to start to see some cards get excluded from the ranked pool. And content is still going to be pretty much rolled out the same way. We're going to see POTM. We're going to see you know, obviously Live Series cards. We're going to get the different program rewards. Team Affinity is going to be coming in. I imagine we're still going to get like the Future Stars program like we always do, the All-Star content. That stuff is not going away. It's just being tied to sets. And if you think about that, All-Star content would probably come out right alongside the Season 3 release. By the time that's excluded for ranked play, the fucking tech test for 24 is out at that point. So I think really what it is it's shrinking like the time window for these cards. There's 99s available, so there's still end game cards within that season. So they're making it like 3 different game cycles of MLB The Show within one game cycle, if that makes any sense. So I think it's really cool. I've been a big fan since they talked about it. There were some naysayers, but I think this hopefully cleared them. Sound like fucking Mike Tyson right there. Cleared some things up, which I'm very happy about. Where they mentioned the wild cards. I think that's also pretty cool. I was excited about this when I was told about it. It's pretty much like Dynasty Fantasy, right? Since you are excluded to some of these cards that you can use, so they restrict your access of using them in ranked seasons, you get to choose one. So you can take one of those cards with you, so if you have a fan favorite, you can carry it with. So I like that. And then core cards, Live Series are always going to be there too. We got a sneak peek. This is what Live Series is going to look like. Pretty much the same thing. Team captains. This is important. But I'm really excited for team captains. It sounds like every team's going to have one initially. Hopefully that means a hitter and pitcher. So if you want to fully just use one team, you can do that. But every team is going to get one. It might be a hitter. It might be a pitcher. Like the Tigers, I just can't imagine that they're going to rock Tarek Skubal being a team captain. I just don't think it is. Maybe the team captain of the IL. But I don't know. So if they mention the Yankees, Red Sox, I think they're kind of referencing that it's going to be split at least at first. But there's going to be enough captain cards eventually where you can have only one team. My guess is Team Affinity Stage 1 is going to be team captains. Yes, that would be my guess. With them, with the little mic drop there, a little teaser. There's going to be different kinds of team captains too, as they mentioned. There was the era-specific ones like we saw with Willie Mays. And some of them do have negatives as well. Like, you see Miguel Cabrera right here. He's going to play like Miguel Cabrera. I mean, granted, it should be like minus 15 fielding, minus 90 speed. It's going to be a team full led by Miguel Cabrera. If he was team captain, you know, you're following the Miggy diet. You know, you're eating cheeseburgers for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you're walking at most 3,000 steps a day. Any more than that, you know, you get a 4th cheeseburger. But there is a couple negatives at the Tier 1 and the Tier 2 boost, but it's pretty negligible, right? Minus 5 fielding, who really gives a shit? And it really gets big. Plus 10 power right, plus 15 contact left, 15 clutch. Pretty big, pretty big. They also show the Willie Mays one. Again, if you're fear-mongering that since he wasn't in the tech test, he just wasn't going to be in the game, you're mistaken. Look at this. Willie Mays, if you have a team of 8 hitters, including him from the 50s and 60s, 15 power right, 15 fielding, and 15 speed. That's pretty fucking wild. Take out your captain, like, let's say you pinch hit for him. As long as it's after the 6th inning, you still get the boost. If you pinch hit for team captain Miguel Cabrera in the 4th inning, your boost goes away. And then pitching captains are different. As long as you have him on the team, you know, you can take out your pitcher the 1st inning if he gets rocked. You know, if it's like Garrett Cole in the playoffs, you can have an early exit. Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys are right. You cannot take him out in general for the first 6 innings. So, I just want to show this for the YouTube video. Javier Baez, 73. Ratings not final, though. He could drop even lower. Xander an 82 is garbage. I don't like that. T-Mac better not be an 80. Shohei at a 95 is pretty sexy, though. Gary Sanchez, is he going to find a home? Is somebody going to sign this man? Come on. So for people who go after Above and Beyond these programs, which, again, it looks like featured programs are probably going to be returning similarly. Love it or hate it. We've got this. We have a wheel spin, which it's not a loot box like some people thought. It's just another way of earning rewards. Are you going to get the shaft more often than not? Oh, truth be told, I'd probably take the stubs over the ball that is a habit pack. The gold quick sell values dwindling. Inflation's a bitch, you know. So I'll probably just take the 7,500 stubs and call it a day. No reason for the pack. But yeah, you have a chance of getting up to a 50-pack bundle for this specific program if you go Above and Beyond, and that's each time that you get 25 KXP. So it is still really going to reward the people that play the game. For people who were concerned that it was going to be favoring, it was going in the Madden route, you know, you're going to have to enter your team name, customize your jerseys, and enter the security code of your credit card. That's not going to happen. It still seems as NMS friendly as MLB The Show ever has been, so big fan of that. Also, 2A players are here. We saw that in the tech test with Ohtani. What's interesting to me is if we're going to see it for just Ohtani, or are we going to see Babe Ruth with the 2A player card? I mean, it wasn't quite the caliber pitcher Ohtani was. But it would be cool, man. Instead of making it 2 separate cards, why not just combine it to 1? Again, one more thing as far as the sets and seasons go. This will only really be in effect in ranked seasons primarily, but also touch on, you know, conquest of many seasons. Events is always ever-changing requirements, so it not really too big of a difference there. Cooldown penalties, something they noted as well. We were aware of this, but it sounds kind of crazy. Like, if you keep quitting, it could kind of bar you for like up to a week, which at that point, it's not really a timeout, sit in the corner for 5 minutes. It's like, nah, buddy, you're banned. That's kind of rough. So I don't know how many quits it's going to take to elicit that response, but I don't know. Maybe it won't be a big deal. I doubt it will be. It's your fault, you know, you're the one quitting out of the game at the end of the day. But you can suggest team surrender on co-op in lieu of that. So if you're getting pounded, obviously time to quit out. There's no chance you come back. If everybody's surrenders, then you don't receive a cooldown penalty, which is good. Mini seasons they also talked about here, which had some updates. It's not reinventing the wheel of the idea of what mini seasons is, but it's going to be a little bit better. And that's partly where the sets and seasons come in with mini seasons. is they'll have certain goals to build a team based on these sets where, you know, you're required to use these cards in order to complete it. But they also have the mini seasons from last year, which you can just play ad nauseum. You know, it can just keep going. But now there's a little different way of adding the new integration with the sets and seasons in there, and new UI too, which I think is cool. The Global Baseball League here. We'll get the content stream on the same day. The live content, we'll see the collection rewards and all that, which I'm really excited about. But overall, I have to say I'm pretty damn optimistic. You know, this is not, like, Captains is probably the biggest thing here. The sets and seasons seem like it was a huge paradigm shift, but I don't really think it is. It's going to be noticeable, but I don't think it's going to completely change the way you play, especially considering it's going to take 4 months to even see the exclusion of some cards. Oh, by the way, there's Ian Kins there.